All right, third grade artists. So for today, what we're going to do, we're going to be revisiting our study of ancient Egyptian art, and we're going to look specifically at one piece of art, this little hippo figurine here. His nickname is William. William does not sound like a very ancient Egyptian name. So he's actually part of the Metropolitan Museum of Art sculpture collection in their ancient Egyptian art exhibit. So looking through the book, it actually shows William, but then it shows where his name came from. A British family actually owned a postcard or a picture of a postcard that they had framed in their dining room, and they would talk to him and refer to him as William. But looking at this, it shows the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and then there is William. There he is from the front. That's called foreshortened view, and that's actually what we're going to focus on today for what we're going to work on. So if you look through this book, it's a great book because it has other artwork, other examples of sculpture from ancient Egyptian artwork. And we're actually going to be focusing on sculpture for a little while after this. So what we're going to be doing is you will need some things. You need paper to start with, pencil to plan this out. And we're going to do a painting that will incorporate an image of William, not from this side, but in that foreshortened view that we talked about where he looks like he's looking right at you. So you want to take your paper and you might want to give yourself a line of symmetry. So if you fold it and you crease it, or you could put a marker line on it. I'm going to go ahead and crease it so you guys can see it on the camera when I'm working on this. So there is my crease, that's the middle. So that's actually going to give me a line of symmetry to use for planning purposes. So what I'm going to do is we've been talking lately about some of our illustrations with sketching. So sketching always helps us draw something that maybe we're not that good at it. So the thing is, we can get better at it by practicing. We just have to know, well, what shapes would I use to sort of build from my sketch? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the front of William's head. So I'm really going to work on his snout, his nose and his mouth there. So I'm going to do an oval shape for that because it's pretty much round. When you guys look here, you can see that there's sort of a round shape there that we're visualizing inside of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start kind of near the middle of the page, and I'm going to do the oval for his snout. And I'm going to try to be symmetrical with it. So I'm actually going to make it a little shorter on that side because looking at it, I can see I went too far there. Then I'm going to give myself a horseshoe shape that goes up from there. That's going to be the rest of his head. So if you're looking at this, you're sort of visualizing, it almost looks like it could be a cow or something. So there's a lot of animals I can do this way. But if I give him his ears that look like hippopotamus ears, then that might help too. So hippos kind of have small ears, and I'm going to do sort of an oval leafy shape for that. And then I want to do a shape for his body. So I'm going to come probably about halfway between the ears and the snout here, and I'm going to do this round shape that can be his body. Now you guys can move the line a little bit more. I'm just sort of making it look like there's an oval coming out from behind him there. So once we get to that part, we can talk about, okay, well, you know, he looks like he's going to fall over. He doesn't have any legs. So then we'll need to add those on.